Hello and welcome to our lower school Schoology tips for parents. I'm going to be talking about several different things today. I'm going to talk about student versus parents accounts, the apps available for you for Schoology, the differences between the divisions, so lower school, middle school, and upper school, just in case you have students in multiple divisions, what that'll look like, the calendar versus the course page, and how to submit assignments and quizzes. So the first two things I want to mention is the student versus parent accounts. Student accounts have access to everything the teachers put up. They allow them to submit assignments. They allow them to download assignments and pages that teachers might have posted for use. The parent accounts used to be view only. They now allow you to submit assignments to make things easier for our lower school students who are adjusting to using Schoology for the first time. If you ever have difficulty accessing something on your parent account, try having your student log you in under their student account, and that might make it work better for you. There are apps available for smartphones and tablets for Schoology. If you're submitting a lot of assignments that are going to involve taking pictures of an assignment and uploading it to Schoology, the app is going to make this a lot easier. You can snap a picture on your phone and then upload it directly from the app. I'm not going to be able to go over the app use for you here because it doesn't work on my phone. I don't have a parent account to show you, but that is something you'll be able to do, and it's fairly straightforward. If you can text someone a picture or email a picture from your phone, you can work out how to do it on Schoology. All right, so what I will be showing you today is the student view. So let me go ahead and pull that up for you for just a moment, and then we're going to go back and I'll talk about the division differences. So this is a view of the home screen. There'll be a lot more things on here once the school year gets going, but this is what shows up when your student will log into Schoology and when you log into Schoology as well. There's a icon that'll take you to the calendar, an icon that shows if the teachers have sent any messages to you or the students. You can also set up notifications so you can get those into your email, and then any notifications about changes in class. In fact, if you want to set that up, you'll click on the down arrow next to your name, click settings, and that'll let you submit set up email notifications. I highly recommend that. That's going to let you get an email every time your teacher sends a message to you or your student. If you have multiple students, you'll also have a tab up here that will let you toggle between your students so you can see what each of them have coming up. So that's just the general background of what you see when you log in. I'll talk about the course pages and the calendar shortly. So for those of you who have students in multiple divisions, I just wanted to briefly touch on some of the differences between how we use Schoology and those divisions. Um, Upper school and middle school does not use the events feature on Schoology. I'll explain what that is when I show you the calendar and how that looks. And upper school and middle school will not accept parent submissions. So lower school you can submit for your students. I don't think in fourth and fifth grade you'll have to check with your student's teacher, but below that the parents can submit for their students. But upper school and middle school, we want the students to be doing that themselves because those are the kind of skills they need to be learning how to use. So those are the three big differences, the two big differences there. And I will show you how those work and talk about those a little more in depth when we're looking at the calendar, what the events look like, and how to do your submissions yourself. Right, so let's talk about the calendar versus the course page. So first, the calendar, that gives you an overview of what is due when. You can color code it yourself to show different events. I'll show you how to do that. It'll show both events and assignments, and students can actually add their own events onto here if they want to put in like track practice after school or something like that. They can add that to the calendar themselves, or you can do it so that they can see it on their personal calendars when they log into Schoology, which is a kind of neat feature. So I'll show you how to do both of those. Right, so from here I have two ways to get to the calendar. I can click on the little calendar icon, or I can click where it says calendar. If I click on it, here we go. Oh look, I have some homework assignments coming up and a vocab quiz coming up that I can see there. Um, you can control what calendars you can see. You want to make sure they're all selected or your students aren't going to see all of the events for all of their classes, which is a very common problem. And then you can see here, you can change the color. So I make Latin purple. I'm going to make myself green, and I want to say I have track practice. So now I can click here and say, I'm creating an event. I'm going to say I have track practice. I can set the time and hit create. And now I know I have track practice on that day. Your lower school teachers will be putting reminders as events on the calendar. So for example, you can see here I have submit practice sentences. That's an assignment. They'll be posting an event the day before that'll say, make sure you do your practice sentences. Or right here I have my vocab quiz as an assignment. And then I'll be creating an event. Your teacher will create an event that'll say, study for your vocab quiz tomorrow. So that's a slightly different use than what the upper school and middle school do, since they do not create those reminder events. They just create the assignments and the quizzes. So the other feature that it will be used the most on Schoology, that you'll be using the most besides the calendar, is the course page. This shows all upcoming assignments. It contains additional course materials like electronic copies of handouts that you can print out if you needed to print an extra copy, if you forgot to pick up your packet for the week, that sort of thing. These are set up by the teacher. The students can't create or add anything to these course pages. So let me show you what that looks like and how they are used. So from my home page or anywhere on Schoology, I can click on courses. I can see my student account is only enrolled in one. It's a 6th grade Latin class, which obviously your students will not be taking, but because I created this video and I'm the 6th grade Latin teacher, that was the easiest class for me to enroll myself into, since I have my own access codes. So from my course page, what I can see is my teacher has created folders for each of my units that I'll be learning this year. And I have a homework assignment due on Friday to submit my practice sentences, and I have a vocab quiz coming up on Wednesday. If I click into my folders, I guess more like that. If I click into the folders, I can see video links my teacher has posted, and I can see my homework assignments. I can see pages that my teacher has created for me. I can even find some handouts, links to websites, things that I can download to use to study and prepare for my tests. So those resources are all the things that are available for me within my course page. Right, the last major thing I want to go over with you all, and this is the big one, that feature that you'll be using most, is submitting assignments. And then also I'm going to show you what a quiz looks like on Schoology, just so if your students are having difficulty with that, if they're doing the concurrent virtual classroom and need assistance, you can help them with that. Assignments and quizzes are posted on the day they are due. The example I always like to use with my students is if I set up a doctor's appointment and I call the doctor on Wednesday and I make an appointment for next Tuesday, I don't write on Wednesday, I have a doctor's appointment Tuesday. I go to the Tuesday page in my calendar and I say doctor's appointment, 9 a.m. So this is how we're sort of teaching the students to use the calendar feature and the assignment feature. Obviously, for lower school students, we want to sort of scaffold this a little bit, and we'll put in those events that'll tell them, hey, this is coming up, be aware, right? Be preparing for this, be studying for this, but getting them used to that idea that the assignments and the quizzes are posted the day they're to be submitted and the day that they're happening, not the day before, the day that they're assigned. So that's how those are going to be posted. There are multiple ways to submit assignments. You can upload a Word document or a picture if you take a picture at home, or you can create directly in the tab on Schoology. I'm going to show you both ways to do that. Some assignments even allow for video submissions where the student will talk and create a little video for the teacher. So I'll show you all of those options and how you can submit those assignments. So I am back on my course page now, and I'm going to go ahead and submit my practice sentences. So I'm going to click here. I'm going to hit Submit Assignment. And you can see I have two different options here. I have Upload and I have Create. I also have Resources. You can actually link a student's OneDrive account to their Schoology account and upload things directly from OneDrive. It's a little more complex, so I'm not going to go into that just now. If I select the create option, this would be a really useful one if the teacher just wants you to like answer 2 or 3 word sentences. I can just type, I see the dog. I guess this is Latin class, so I should say canum video. And then I'll hit submit, or if I want to come back and work on it later, save draft. I can insert a picture if I wanted to, right? So this is another way. If you've taken a picture on your phone and you want to insert the picture right into the create, you can insert the image media from your phone. It'll pull up your photo app, or it'll pull up your file photo here. So, just like you'd attach an email to a website and then hit submit. You can do the same thing under upload. Under upload, you can submit a file that's on your computer. So it can be an existing file that you've created, or again, it'll pull up you can pull up your camera roll that way as well if you're using your app to submit a photo of an assignment that you've taken. So if it's a Word document or PowerPoint, this would be the way to submit to the upload. If it's a photo, you can do upload or create. And also under the upload, they have this audio video recording option. And if I select that, I can choose audio only or audio and video, and I can actually create a recording of myself as part of the assignment. I'm not going to click that right now since I'm recording this video. My computer will probably get very upset if I try to do that. But that's an available option for you as well. So those are my multiple ways that I can upload my assignments on Schoology. So the other common way that teachers might be collecting submissions from students is via Schoology's quiz feature. It's called a quiz/test on Schoology, but you can use it for homework. In fact, I use it for homework assignments in my class. It simply creates a form on Schoology where students can type in their answers either via multiple choice questions, short answers, essays, or recordings, and then hit submit, and it saves it under a file for the teachers. It's just a different way for them to submit things so they don't have to download images and pictures that you might be creating. They'll create the responses directly in Schoology. So I'll show you what that looks like as well. So here you can see I have my vocab quiz. So as a student, sit down, do my vocab quiz. Again, it could be a homework assignment. It doesn't have to be a test or quiz. The teacher will make it clear in the assignment name what it is. I will do my homework assignment or my quiz. Hopefully I get an A+ on it since I made this quiz. Did I forget to put an option in? I did. I might not get an A+. It's good to know that I forgot something. I'll hit submit. It's really important your student hits submit and then yes, otherwise it doesn't go through. I've had a lot of students hit submit and then hit no or something else and then why didn't my quiz show up? You've got to make sure you hit submit and hit submit yes. And then depending on how the teacher has it set up, I can see my score right away and I will need to go fix my quiz. Now I know that. And then I can look here. It tells me I can't take it again. I've done it as many times as I can. Teachers can can change how they do that. And then if my teacher went through and graded it, if I graded this one as it was, I'd give my student a note and be like, oops, I could send my teacher a note. There wasn't an answer, right? There is a missing answer. And I hit post and then when I went to go grade it as a teacher, I'd see that student comment and be like, oh no, so I'd fix that when I graded it for my students. So that's how the quizzes look, and then I can get my grade back right away, which is a very nice feature as well. So that's how the quizzes look. So there are other features on Schoology that we obviously didn't go over today. Your student's teacher will help you with those as they come up. There's tools like discussion tools that students can do to create discussion conversations on the Schoology page, course updates, messages, things like that. But hopefully that's enough of a little introduction to get you started and get you going for the school year. We're looking forward to an exciting school year with our in-person students and our concurrent virtual classroom.